Hey there, Ray from Bridge Marina. We're doing a review and test drive on this Four Winns Hd5, which is nominally a 24-foot bow rider. Pretty cool boat. We've got a bunch of these things, have sold a bunch of them. It really is a great all-around boat if you are, on a lake like Lake Hopatcong or maybe Raritan Bay or Barnegat Bay. It really is a great all-around boat. This particular one is a 2024. I'm going to start in the aft cockpit because this is really where a lot of the space is here. The great thing about these Hd5s is it's just huge, deep cockpit in here that I can easily sit, 6, 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 people easily. And it even has another seat that flips over and fills in here. I want to bump somebody else in here as well. And of course, there's just a lot of space. It lets us all have a nice conversation, and it still has easy access to get to my swim platform, which is just a great thing when I'm sitting in a boat like this. The gunnels are high, the windscreen is high, especially on a cold day like this. It keeps me relatively warm when I'm inside of here. And they've done a really great job of just using the storage on this boat. Underneath on this port seat, there is a garbage receptacle in there that's easy to get to. Finished off storage under all my seats, under here as well, under my aft seat. And of course, in here I also have battery switch, PBSR, as well as some breakers for some of my features on the boat. I move a little bit further forward. This boat does have just a cavernous ski locker that, I can fit a body in here if I want to. But I certainly can put all my water sports gear, noodles, dock pole, you name it, will all fit in there. And there's a second one forward that we'll look at in a second. This boat also has a full-size head over here on the port side. It doesn't currently have the head in there. You can get this with a porta potty or a plumbed head. It really is well sized. I've got my own porthole, sink, toilet paper holder. Four Winns really did a great job over here on the co-captain seat. Again, a good amount of space, my own handle, my own little bag in here, as well as a nice little glove box for you. And although this is a little bit high, I wish it were just a little bit lower, but you can see when I was in that head, it had a lot of space. So it's kind of like a give and take. Quite honestly, often when you are co-captain and such, you're turning around, kind of chatting with everybody. It is rather comfortable. I'd say if you were in one of the shoulder seasons, you'd appreciate this tall helm because it really protects the co-captain over here. Let's go all the way forward on this and check out the forward bow. And it is just a spacious bow up here. Certainly seating for multiple people, but the nice thing I like about it is easy to step up, especially if you're getting on and off the boat at a dock. It's just a nice entry or exit. And there is a filler cushion that goes in here as well, although I find a lot of the users don't even use it because they like to get in and out of the boat off the bow. Both the port and starboard seating is huge. Again, I'm almost 6 foot and I can't even reach the end of that. It's very comfortable. It sits rather high, so I really feel comfortable in here. I really like the bows of these boats, not only just for 2 people, but if you're hanging out or you got a big crew, it's certainly easy to get multiple people sitting across this, especially if you throw in the filler cushion. And it's just a big, wide open space. It's a nice bow on these boats. Probably one of the biggest compliments you get from guests that hop on boats like these. Storage under both seats, a little cooler up here on the step up to the bow. This does have ladder as well as anchor storage built in, which is great. So really did a nice job on the bows of these boats, which if you're getting into a bow rider, that's what you're looking for. Before we get to the helm, let's check out the swim platform, which is another great feature on the Hd5s. It's just a big spacious platform. If you notice, it was really easy for me to get out here, a lot of space. And you're gonna spend a lot of time back here with water sports, fishing, getting on off the boat. You're really going to use this space. Now this is a nice big sun pad that has this flip-flop backrest that allows you to use it either way. And then underneath it, huge storage compartment. Again, these HDs just have so much storage in it. There's space for a cooler down here. This particular boat has power steering on it, dual batteries, water system. So this particular boat is powered by a 250 horsepower Mercury Verado. You'll see that this is a pretty nice engine for a boat of this size, especially when we take this out for a wet test. And let's get to the helm, which everybody's looking for. Comfortable helm on these HDs. This one has a Simrad on it as well as a dual Mercury gauges. So it really gives you all the information you're looking for. Again, these are duplicate gauges, but I can run engine on one side, vessel on the other. And then of course, I can also put my engine information on my Simrad, although I don't really need to. It has kicker stereo. All my accessories are easy to get at, easy to see. And then this is a digital throttle and shift, as well as active trim. Again, option on the boat, but certainly a nice option on a boat like this, especially with this 250. Just makes it a little bit easier for the operator. So I really like this Helm. Looking forward to taking this thing for a ride and showing you guys what it does, because it is a fun boat. So it is test drive time. Let's run this thing through its paces. I got the active trim on, just for giggles. Let's just jump this thing up on a plane, and yeah, 250 is nice, and it planes it off rather well. We're running probably around 18, 19 miles an hour. Now, I will say that this 240 needs to run a little bit faster to get that bow down. So around 18 miles an hour. And if I came off that, I think we get a little bit more bow rise. So it's about 18 to keep this thing running. Once I'm up there, especially with the power steering, this thing handles really well. And surprisingly, again, for a 24-footer, it is rather nimble. This 250 does a great job. Congrats to Mercury. We're just making this a smooth running boat, very responsive. A lot of fun to drive for a 24-foot boat. We're gonna run this thing all the way up, and we're running up around 38 miles an hour right now. And that's trimmed all the way out with this 250, which, quite honestly, for most of what you're doing, it's plenty fast. Got up to about 39 right there. No, I have to say, this 240 doesn't really disappoint, especially, if you're taking out a crew, 6, 8, 10 people. It is a comfortable boat, has a lot of space in it, runs really well on all sorts of water, either here at Lake Hopatcong or down in Raritan Bay. So if you are into something that is, a sizable boat that you want to feel some comfort on the water in regards to its ride, as well as have a lot of space, these HD5s are, they really are a great all-around boat. 250 has been a great engine for this. If you're looking for a little more, giddy up, that 300 is probably the right engine for you. So if you're looking to get into a boat of this size and stature, reach out to us. Or, maybe you're just looking to learn about boats or get some hands-on training, or maybe even want access to a boat like this that's in our boating club, reach out to us. We're glad to help you. And we look forward to getting you on the water in warmer weather. See you soon.